Birthday, Wassail! So, I've just gone upstairs, no connection. I came downstairs, the photo that I've made for Eve didn't upload, and I said bugger instead of Wassail. And so now I'm here, and I'm hoping that Eve is out having a beautiful day and she won't turn up, but if she does, we're here. I might just change the angle. So Wassail one person. So I'm kind of doing a reading on a series of astrological and astronomy events for Eve's solar return. So we'll just let a few more 8 people. Wassail, Shiloh, Wassail, Sea Mystic Lighthouse, Wassail, Brittany Street. I can't read properly. I think I need new glasses. Wassail Beautiful. Way, Eve! Happy birthday, Eve. This is all about you. Kinda. It's Eve's birthday, everyone. Everyone wish Eve a beautiful, beautiful birthday. So I put Eve's channel in my description box. And I've got the shakes. I just had a shower, and while I was looking for these cards, I put my hand in my suitcase and my little sewing bag pricked my finger. And I kept thinking of Sleeping Beauty and that story I had back in Portugal about how you have to rescue yourself from things. So let's see. Everyone, wish Eve a happy birthday, please. I've been so excited. That poster, that's what Eve looks like. That's why she never shows her face, because she looks so much like Betty Davis that it becomes really difficult when she's out, because people think she's some kind of time traveler. So Eve's got a really dark new oracle, Noir, by Runic. Are you having a nice day, Eve? Why are you not out? Wassail, everybody. This is about more than just Eve. So what I thought we would do was we would begin with a little reading for Eve, and then I'm making the table shake. I have to keep my elbows off it. I don't know why. There's a vibration. I'm having so many dreams here. Let's clear the air with a bell from Neptune. I can't read. I've got it plugged in, so it's a little bit too distant. But Wassail, everybody. I can't see the names properly. Good. Enjoy the luxurious laziness. I'm getting pieces about parrots and pirates, Eve. Got you some flowers there, Eve. Microscopic light sources. Oh my goodness, someone else should make a run to the store. I woke up this morning and I didn't want to get out of bed, but I really wanted coffee, and I was like, why don't I have someone that can just get up and make me coffee and come back to bed? So, Eve. We're going to begin with a raw rune. I'm really vibrating. There must be something big on its way, Eve. I've got you 9 astronomical events in your solar return. So, cards, please. Pirates, pieces of 8, and microscopic light sources. Man with a dog. Okay, that's interesting. You got 1312. Well, 1375. So you've got the sacral. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. I feel like it's telling us you're about in this solar return to break something off from your personality, your philosophy, your energies, so that you can review something. This is a reviewing moment for you. So you've got you, sacral, and you've got hang true, review. So I'm going to try and read you the poems because I got all day. Oh, I'm vibrating too much. So let's go and see what we have here. We want 13, which is a beautiful card about self-reflection. But there's so many of them. There's hang true. Come on, there it is. So here is Yo. So it has a mirror in the middle, and there's some yew berries over the mirror. So here is your first little poetic moment, Eve. The magical 13th rune of the mystical yew. Consciousness hooked in and plugged in to the seat of your soul. That's lovely. To be life on earth seeded and eternal. The inner wood of you may rot, yet fortifying from within, a new stem plumps the trunk back up. Ancient witness of hidden sacred wisdom. Past lives clinging and calling, old visions seen anew, deep wonders awoken, and lessons learned. I think that's very much what you do. You are calling in this ancient wisdom. I can't read what you're saying, Eve. Wow! I don't recognise me either. So there's your first, and now let's do hang through. I saw it earlier, no, it's moved. So this is very much like a kind of hangman frequency. So, Mimir's well of runic wisdom, a time out of time where all are welcome, hang, suspended with sublime intention, sacrifice something sacred to scrutinize your present perspective. Mimir's instruction is clear. What that is precious to you are you willing to give to the well so you might be well? Nothing is free. For the welling up, you must offer up a fair cost or you'll stay lost. Will you hang true? Yeah, happy birthday to all Virgos, but it's all about Eve. So Eve, let's get some cards on that. Let's see what else we can come up with. I'm going to go with the Crazy French deck, knowing how much you love speaking French. He's doing a very dark and light series involving how you can move through light cycles and there's speckles of dark, and then you can move through dark cycles and there's speckles of light. So let's see if we're going to get a dark message or a light message for you, Eve. Well, they've gone very tight-lipped until I thought that motion, and then one came out and fell into my hands. So we have here the 8 of coins. So mastery, this is a year of mastery. This is a year of not being an apprentice anymore, moving cycles forward. What else? What else? What else? So here we have the economy, money, but it's more to do with kind of like the healing effects of stability. So it's the 4 of Swords. There's something to do with a compass, like your inner compass becomes more attuned in the sacral. So there's definitely something about reviewing, I guess reviewing all that you have been learning recently and bringing that healing that that review gives you to release you into a new mastery, which is a beautiful energy. I'm also going to do you a little bit of a sound healing as well, Eve. Wassail, Kathy. Oh, look, there we have mortality and we have the 3 of Pentacles. It's the ending of your apprenticeship. You're moving into some kind of new, splendidly shiny mastery energy. I am with you all, people. I'm having a bit of trouble seeing the comments from this distance. So, where's Eve heading? Where's Eve heading? Where's Eve heading? Single card. Oh, looky, looky. Into the frequency of air. This is beautiful. It's the light. You're heading into the light, Eve. So, I'm sure you all know Eve's channel, Everlong Mystic, but it's in the description box. And I'd like you all to go there because Eve really is the most splendidly wonderful soul, truly. I love you very much, Eve. So let's go a different deck and let's see what this light is about. Let's use the gold. Let's use the shiny ones. Look, 2112. Mirrors. We started with the mirror of the yew tree. So, what's the light coming for Eve? This mastery energy. Beautiful frequency. What's the light energy? Oh, look, pieces of 8. That's what I said from the bells. Pieces of 8, pieces of 8. Come on, show me the light for Eve. So here we have the 5 of coins. I'm fascinated by the fact that he stands on 1. It's like an understanding to move forwards. So, casting aside the 3, casting aside the apprenticeship and standing, yeah, you know, slightly stripped back energetically, but much more pure of soul. And then we have the 4 of Cups. I feel this is that 4th coin. This energy where I almost want to say what was just not enough, Eve, and you're willing to tip out a cup that's been gifted to you so that you can move to a cup of your own choice. It's a bit like your collective reading, because I noticed when you had the two knights, you had swords and you had batons, and I was really drawn to the fact that the emotion wasn't there, because it's almost like it needed to be, you were tipping out. We're all tipping out emotions. We're all looking at things which we think serve our higher purpose, but they don't. They need to be poured back. We need to empty our cup of all the detritus, the kind of brackish water that exists within them, because in the previous epoch of Earth, all of the water was sullied with silt, and now it's time to kind of just tip it out and refill our cups with something completely new. There we go. So here we have the Ten of Wands. There's hidden opportunity coming. Things you can't quite imagine. Wassail Esther. And it's gonna kind of turn your wheel around. And I didn't mean to say world, but wheel is exactly what was being shown in my head. It's the Wheel of Fortune moving forwards. And then you have the Queen of Swords. And that's this ability to cut, slim back everything. I'm being drawn to the fact that you're going from 3 to 5, but that somehow that's a removal. It's a cutting back, but the results are greater. So making room for a new psychic connections, for definitely. So let's just go to the third deck. All cards are full. I don't want them trapped in the deck. Wow, 7 of batons. So this is like, I'm being shown like your spirit team kind of marking your homework, Eve. So they've got a new plan. Well, it's not a new plan. It's just that you've reached the point where the new plan can now be brought forwards and instigated. So there is a definite movement forwards that will bring you, look, you've got 2 wands. Clarity and manifesting clarity. No more the sense of sleight of hand of the juggler, but actually the magnificence of being absolutely clear and certain in your messages, because you've done your review and you've hung true. So that's gorgeous. So it's Eve's birthday, everyone. That's a beautiful reading. It's all coming forwards. It's your moment to just allow the clarity of truth. I really feel the presence of your spirit team transforming, like they're doing their own sort of like housekeeping around you, to bring you something new, to bring you a new messages, new truths, but real clarity. That's gorgeous. It's a pleasure, Eve. You are so deserving of your special day. So, let's have a look at the astronomy that is coming your way and everyone's way. And by astronomy, I mean things that affect us in the astrology, but also things that you can see, things you can witness in the night sky. So it begins on September the 26th. So that's September the 26th, when Jupiter will go into opposition with the Sun. So this is the point at which Jupiter will be the closest to the Earth, okay? So as you all pop in, make sure you all say happy birthday to Eve. What's that, Holly? Oh, you see, I wasn't going to ask you how old you was. You are. So let's go for a rune on this Jupiter opposition to the Sun on the 26th of September. There it is. I've got a card. I should stop shuffling. I've got a card. Really making the table wobble. It's awakening point. Whacken. So let's find the poem to go with Jupiter opposite the Sun and see what it has to tell us. Oh look, and it's smack bang in the middle, all ready to open up. This is a gorgeous card. Waken, wacken. I can't see what anyone's writing. I have to come close. Maybe I just take my glasses off. So, wacken. Here is the poem for Jupiter opposition the Sun, closest to the Earth. So its power, its expansive power will be really strong and will really kind of be like a magnifying glass on us all. So, day slides to night and back to day as we slumber and glide through clouds of grey. Wake up. So much room for yawning, sprawling, gloomy, slow, pointless, lifeless moments in time we call living. Wake up. Fall down and stumble. Trip yourself up and look around. Wake up. Smash your way out of the illusion and wake up. See the soft rays of the sun that shine down on the living Midgard. Awaken. So that's a beautiful poem. Card 69, turnaround point, everything being moved, something about cardinal Cancer energy. So let's go into the Alchemy of Astrology deck and see what we get for the frequency. Jupiter opposite the Sun, 26th of September. I know, I can't wait for you to do an unboxing because I'm not going to do because I can't go, oh, look at that, I'm excited about that card because I've been working on them for a year and a half. So, what do we have? Moon in Gemini, creative thinking. So it's the energy of shoulders, arms, hands, lungs, breathing issues, but breathing to overcome anxiety. That's the frequency I'm getting here. And it's about another mirror, it's 55. So we're really looking at a frequency where we look at ourselves and look at where we want to go and how we action our energies forwards. So what else? Look, these two, I'm telling you, there's something going on with these two. They keep coming out together. And I am going to look at Pluto separately later because, oh my God, on the 23rd of March, 23rd of the 3rd, 2023, Pluto will move into 0 degrees of Aquarius. And it's the first time it's done it since the 18th century. That's a long, long time ago. And Pluto rules all that is titanic, potent and vast. And so Pluto's been kind of wreaking a lot of havoc while it's been in Capricorn since 2008. And so on the 23rd, I can't believe that card is numbered 23. It will move into Aquarius. And I've been, since Lisbon, I've been having this frequency of Pluto bringing love. And actually, there's some photography recently of Pluto, and there is a kind of a heart shape on Pluto. Don't know what it means, but it's exciting. So there's something about heralding a big Pluto frequency from Jupiter, like it's going to waken us up to, let's see. Rather than me guessing, let's see. Wassail Steph. It's Eve's birthday, Steph. I'm sure you know. I'm making sure everyone knows. So Jupiter. Oh, look. Jupiter is kind of acting with the sun as a kind of energy to shield you, burn away the kind of the darkness of Pluto. It's the herald, it's the fanfare of this energy. 26th of September, you will begin to feel this kind of energetic shift. There's something to do with understanding patterns of shame that we create for ourselves. And again, looking in a mirror. This is this theme at the moment, seeing the truth of who we are. So let's have another. I feel like it's the beginning of the fanfare to remove us from the kind of Pluto devilish energy, that difficult energy we've been going through since 2008. But there's something about the middle of last century as well being really important, kind of like the 1950s and onwards. Because there's always grander, bigger cycles. If you think about the fact that Pluto moves around the sun every 248 years, there are always big cycles. And actually Eve's been talking about how the crossover between light and shadow cycles is not simple, because even when you're in a light cycle, there are speckles and polka dots of shadows, and the reverse, in a dark cycle, there are always little white polka dots of light that you can cling to. So we have the 8 of coins again, Eve. So in terms of the collective, it's time to kind of, be a blacksmith. Go in and crunch away and hammer down and look at yourself. This is a moment of opportunity that we're all being given to create something brand new to move us forwards, because Pluto will, let me just check the dates for you. Pluto will go into Aquarius, 0 degrees, and it will stay in 0 degrees until June the 11th. And then it will retrograde back into Capricorn briefly, and then it will do it again and go back, and that's on something like the 21st of January, and then it will finally get into its third attempt at coming into Aquarius the following year, 2024, and then it will stay there, and that's when you get these big collective changes. Yeah, I don't want a pregnancy dream. Eve. So Jupiter, what's the opportunity? What else would you like to say about your close moment? Because it won't be this close again, I don't think. Let me just check. for quite a few years. 2, 6, I can't remember. So Jupiter, what are you bringing? Okay. So there's a really strong energy here of cutting away, removing, stepping away from false love. It's interesting that in the Italian decks, this card is to do with a lover, but there's something about this energy that's slightly twisted, slightly formed of a distortion. And so somehow we need to remove those kind of frequencies. And Jupiter on the 26th will help to illuminate that frequency. That's big energy. So in that case then, I don't want to meet someone and fall in love before then, because I want them to be good. I want them to be the right kind of love. It's all about me now, Eve. It's weird noises out there. That was like a crash in a school canteen. So, any Jupiter message? What's coming after? What's Jupiter bringing after? If it's bringing us this ability to sever distorted romance, what's it bringing? What's Jupiter bringing? You see, I feel like Jupiter's not. They're bringing this weird love. There's been a really weird energy. There was a great video that Patrick did that was all about Venus hiding from Mars, but I've been having all these videos about all these visions and talking about it in videos where Venus and Pluto, you know, she had Pluto, Hades, shot with an arrow. She got her son, Eros, to shoot him so that Pluto would fall in love with Venus. And that's what this is. She wanted him because she loves his money, not himself. And accidentally, the first person he saw instead of being her was actually Persephone. Proserpina. Ooh, look. So what's Jupiter bringing? The right kind of love. So this is that energy of the King of Wands, that where are you energy, but also with Paris. And that's another of the links to Venus. Because Paris selects Venus because he thinks she is the most wonderful of all the goddesses. So it's like Jupiter on the 26th is bringing us a recognition of distorted love so that we can then recognize true love. So that's the first part. Let's see where we go with the next bit of nighttime, night sky astronomy that you can witness during your solar return, Eve, and everyone. It's not just Eve that gets to see the night sky. Let's pop these ones back in this deck. I like using the Alchemy of Astrology. It's a long way off completion, but it allows you to see the interconnectedness of the whole cosmos, because the cosmic chorus is my window open. No, well, yes and no. They don't ever really close. They're sliding doors, but because the temperature doesn't really change that much here, there's gaps in between them. So, the second thing you have to look forward to is on November the 8th, which will be a total lunar eclipse. And you'll see it over most of North and Central America. You'll see it in South America, but the further west you are, the more guaranteed you are to see it completely as a red spherical object. So, let's have a look let's have a look and see what this lunar eclipse. It's a very exciting lunar eclipse for me personally, just because the solar eclipse is on the 25th of October, and it's followed by this lunar eclipse that we're talking about. It's not a full solar eclipse, but it is the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse I was born between. So they've come back round for their third version in my life. So I'm excited about that, but this is all about Eve, not me. So, lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse, November the 8th. That's too many. I don't want to read 4 or 5 poems. Total. Oh! It's because I haven't put one of the cards back in. I didn't put Wacom back in. There we go. It's on the floor. Oh, I saw Wenthorn as well, which is very moony. Unbinding. Dej, Purge. This is a fabulous frequency. So, Dej. I need to find Dej. Read your Dej. Oh, it's 110. See, look, it is all about me. That's my birthday. Trying so hard to make it all about Eve, and the universe, it's just reminding me of things. I always, when I see that number, I feel like we're on a good path. We're in our truths, personally. Dej, here we go. So, Dej. So it's a couple of pyramids with night and day. So daylight defines our world, splitting all into the illuminated and its shadows. Perfect for a lunar eclipse. Daylight holds no judgment, it just shines, treating nothing kinder or harsher. Daylight dawns and dies down daily, a rolling rhythm unremitting, greeting the moon as dusk drops and descends. Daylight still illuminates shadows purged by the moon's reflected face. Everything's endlessly tripping the light fantastic. So, it's a purging point. So this energy that begins with Jupiter, this distorted romance, maybe it's a working out period as we go through, but let's see what the cards want to bring. We're going to use this deck. They're all in the description box. This is the Book of Thoth, with lots of weird French titles that even I can't read. So, lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse. What are you up to? What are you bringing? What are you up to? What are you bringing? What are you up to? What are you bringing? What are you up to? What are you bringing? So, we begin with victory, victoire. It's interesting, 9 of Cups. At some point, Jupiter will have just retrograded back into Pisces, and that's this card, Jupiter in Pisces. So it's very relevant energy, wishes, options, opportunities, possibilities. But you've got to review your life. Wassail Beautiful. You've got to review your life to know what it is you would like it to bring. And then we have the 8 of Batons, something speedy. It's like being given Eclipses are very slow moving. They kind of work on 6 months. There's something about the energy of this eclipse that's bringing something quite rapid. It's Eve's birthday. Happy birthday, Eve. And then we have the Knight of Coins. And this is about sort of utilizing, making, actioning. And there's something about this actioning fast. It's so interesting because traditionally we always say that the Knight of Coins is the slow moving. And yet, ever since I arrived in Buenos Aires, it feels like the Knight of Batons is the slow moving one, and that there's some kind of speed and haste about the Knight of Coins, bringing things into reality in the physical world, but at a much quicker pace. And it couldn't be quicker or swifter than a wish being manifested. So that's the 8th of November. You'll see it really well over Alaska, Canada, Hawaii. You will see the lunar eclipse too. In fact, you'll probably see it really well. So let's go with the connection to the other parts of the cosmos with this lunar eclipse. Oh, there's a lot of cards falling out. So what do we have? We have the moon and we have essence. This is about finding the essence of the self. This lunar eclipse on the 8th, during Eve's solar return, is about finding your essence. There's something about this core nature, essential oils, that sense of, I want to say, changing your essence, changing your perfume, changing your frequency is what's coming here. And there's something about Neptune. Neptune will also be with Jupiter, 2 rulers. And they're the brothers of Pluto. This is interesting in the way in which it's a family affair. So this intuition, the veil, the shadows that we keep, the hidden soul, self-reflection, is what is needed between the 26th of September all the way through October until November the 8th, when we can begin to dissolve, because we have Aqua Regia. So it's time to dissolve the noble metals, but I want to say the noble distortions is what I'm being told to say. The noble distortions that you trick yourself with. Those energies that you rely on, those parts of you that you cling to. It's time with this moon to move your personality, your ego, your sense of self forwards. And it's coming with Dark Moon Lilith. So the lunar eclipse, the dark moon, it's an opportunity, again, prodigal, to return to yourself, self-truth, unrecognized sovereignty, authentic sexuality, and non-tangible majesty. It's a really gorgeous, wonderful frequency of finding something about us. I'm gonna have a bit of water. I'm hungry. I just ate. I had yellow potatoes. Oozing with olive oil. The 75-74 frequency is reminding me to kind of say, review, self backwards, moving, reflecting, seeing something about yourself that needs to be transformed. So that's the moon. The total lunar eclipse. Very visible over the northern and central Americas. So the next thing we're going to move to is the Taurid meteor shower, November the 11th to the 12th. I feel like this is a little fandango sparkle. It's that Trip in the Light Fantastic. It's like the disco floor that's coming. They're not a big meteor shower. They only have about 5 an hour. And this year, it will be slower, longer ones because they go in a kind of 7-year peak. So rather than being, and you just go, oh, there was one. These will last, you will see the trail of them for 1 or 2 seconds. So this is the 11th to 12th, the Taurid meteor showers. Let's get a rune on them. Let's get a rune. It'll be very exciting soon because we will have the deck to shuffle properly rather than wobbly index cards. Oh, looky here. Hell. The returning light. This is all really good. Interesting energy that we're moving through. Hell is one of my most... I love this card. Let's find Hell. Going through them all. I think I've already gone past Hell. I need to go back to the beginning. Chat among yourselves while I search for the card. See, I feel like Hell is hiding, and Hell has been hiding. There we go. So, here is Hell, and you can see her here in her beautiful dress. And this image is Reem as Hell. So let's have the poem for... it's interesting because it's returning light and the card is covered in tiny little stars glittering. And that's something about the kind of irregularity, the rarity of this magic is a really beautiful frequency. 11th of the 11th and the 12th, depending on where you are in the world. So, beautiful, bright child light, blighted by mighty Odin in fear of his fate. Hell refused Odin's request to return Baldir's light, aware that death is simply a parallel dimension to life. Everything dies. Welcome her corporeal truth. Raise Hell to embrace life and return to the world your fullest light. Hell's disruption opens portals of divine reconstruction. Burn like hell brightly. So that poem, if you've seen that card come out before, has been rewritten. Kathy and I changed our minds on it. So that's Hell, this glittering possible return of light that we can have. How you all doing? Wassail, say you, say me. So let's have this golden shiny deck for Hell, and then we get some Alchemy of Astrology. No, let's get the Alchemy of Astrology on it first. What are the Taurids working with? Philosophical mission, Moon in Sagittarius, rewriting your philosophy. Moon in Gemini, again, networking, bringing you into a new frequency. So after this lunar eclipse, we're in this kind of moon, dark side of the moon, Lilith frequency, pushing forwards. And we've got the kind of idea of a change of scene, optimism coming through. So moon in Sagittarius, moon in Gemini frequencies. So possibly you would want to keep an eye on where the moon is and focus on every time in that area before and after the lunar eclipse, when the moon is in Sagittarius, when it's in Gemini. Jot down how you feel before and then how you feel afterwards as we move through this building of optimism. Let's just get a couple more. Ah, they've exploded on me. There we go. So we have a conjunction with the Earth. So this is about merging this new philosophy, rewriting your philosophy, your beliefs, your ego, your personality. This is an ongoing process that's a slow cosmic cycle that we're working through. And there's something about this bringing a kind of better grounding. I feel like it begins with that conjunction, which is in Libra season at the end of September. Kinship in the heart of the earth. There's a real sense of you working out, us all working out our place in the earth. Happy birthday, Eve. Working out our place in the earth. 0 degrees, a reset point. So let's get this tarot deck on it. So, look, we've got him again. He came out in Eve's reading. I said it was all about Eve. So this is about pouring away old, wasted emotions, pouring them into the earth, letting go of traumas, seeing that some of the things that Spirit offers us are for our higher, greater good, but we don't actually need to carry them. We need to witness them, filter them, and remove them. So there is this sense of the Ace of Cups, this transformation of energy. Two more. Oh, the norms are here. So there's something terribly strong and fated about this energy. Where do the norms live? Down at the roots of the Yggdrasil tree, just, you know, a little bit left of hell. Bringing, weaving, reweaving, unbinding, reweaving, rebinding new philosophical thoughts, new physical truths that you want to action moving forwards. I want to say, befriend the devil within, because earlier we were being protected from it, but now it's time to reveal why the devil is so important in our lives. This is what helps us to grow. This is what makes us stronger. These are the truths of our experiences in the world. So that sort of glittering realization of how facing shadows illuminates the light. You know, to see the true power of your inner candle, you need to take the candle into the darkness, and then you'll see how bright it shines. And it ends with the Ten of Swords. This is all about transformation, powerful transformation. Look, you don't need all of this. All of the old devil frequency, that energy that makes us panic and feel ashamed, isn't needed. The swords are air. but there's something here where there's kind of streams of energetic ribbons that will lift you into a new energy, grounded, but somehow floating much higher in air and spirit. So that's the Taurids. Let's put those back. I keep saying, how you all doing? Where's that deck though? Okay, I need to put that one back. Right, what's next? The fourth event that you can focus on is on December the 8th, which is Mars opposite the Sun. So Mars will appear very, very bright in the sky, and it reaches this opposition with the Sun every 26 months, and it won't happen again until beginning January 2025. So this is a really important energy, maybe to face anger, sacred rage. Let's see what it wants to say. So let's give these a little rattle. Got to take my leg off the got to take my leg off the leg of the table. It's making everything vibrate. Happy birthday, Eve. It's all about Eve. Oh, Ophalagoo. This is a divine moment. This is 63. So in the Tesla trap, it's the frequency of the trap and the ability to break it. So Ophalagoo, where's my phone? So every time I look up at the phone, last time it was first of all 110, then 120, now 130. We're going in little blocks of 10, completions and new beginnings. It's all being laid out for us. And here is Ophalagoo, ready for you. Bang in the middle. So Ophalagoo. So, surf the highest oceanic cosmic crest, dancing and breaking at the feet of the Elven Ring. A gift so rare, a mantle to wear that bears supernatural celestial secrets breathed into your being by Nithhogir. Nithhogir, the dragon form the gods use to witness your soul. When you mirror an aspect of their now flawless light, they may, just may, allow you to channel an Ophalagoo. Just for you, something special. So this is to be embraced and to be mirrored. And an Ophalagoo is a cape. It's like being given the chance, as you work through these astronomical events, to witness your new philosophical energy, and it will bring you face to face with you, yourself, the gods, Nithhogir. So it's about being given the option to discover who you're going to be. And that's an interesting concept, because I feel like for the last 2 years, that's a journey I've been on, which is, who will you be now that you're moving into something else? It's been a very strong message. So let's have a look. Mars. What is Mars trying to bring us? Oh, look, his sister is here. Sacred Rage. It's perfect. It feels like this is a once in a half a millennial opportunity that's coming. This is when you use the frequency when nurturing is so disrupted that it creates a kind of chaos And from chaos, you can create something really divine, something new. It's a disruptor energy. And yet I'm being shown this smooth, gleaming, mirrored, watery surface. That's not shuffling. It's just called being clumsy. There we go. Neptune. This is disrupting old ancestral energies. So I always feel that we all come down here, and it's interesting, Eve, that came up in your reading about fallen angels with that deck. We are all fallen angels. That's the card of the devil. It's, do you want to see yourself as something bad, or do you want to see yourself as something that can face the bad and make transformations to it? So this is about a cleansing, and I believe we come down here as pure spirit. 3221, it's like facing a mirror and turning it round to bring it back to the self again. Ancestral blood echoes. So we come down here to unravel DNA. So when people think about how we might have karmic debt to pay, I believe we come down as pure love consciousness. And I think that our love has to weave itself around DNA distortions, and then through our life we try to pull in those distortions. They're those dark polka dots that can become enormous clouds, as Eve was talking about. And it's about this frequency where we can transform those dark energies. So things that we think of as past lives are very often in our DNA. They're not a life that you necessarily led, but they're a life that you magnetize towards you so that you can understand it and work out how to transform the DNA and bring transformation. It's like we're all here to clean up humanity. And it's difficult because humanity in our DNA has so many traumas that we're trying to work through that we get caught in believing they're purely us, and we have to become warriors of the light. We have to take on these new light mantles to work our way through things. Sagittarius. So we are in Sagittarius season. This is a time. This is a time for cleaning up some kind of DNA, to mellow, serration. So serration in alchemy is when you have something that's like a stain or a block or a mark or something sitting there that you can't remove, and you just keep applying water, warm, gentle, warm, thinking good, creating new energies to slowly soften and mollify, to make waxen so that you can then clean it off. It's like when you do the dishes. If you leave all your washing up dishes dry next to the sink, all the food detritus dries hard. If you leave things in a bowl of water and then come back to the washing up, it's all soft and it's easier to wash off. So that's what this is bringing us. And there we have Aries, Mars, frequency. So we begin action, the transformations that you require to move through. There's something of a kind of, because it comes later, it's almost like mollify the ancestral angers, mollify, soften. Don't allow this touch paper, like a Molotov cocktail, to go off. You need to work with Mars on the 8th, when it's closest to us, to settle sacred rages and to bring some kind of transformation softly, gently. And we're being given this time frame now to work on that. So let's go with the Paul Huson deck. So, what have you got to say about the Alpha, the Goo, and Mars, 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 Mars? So, Sagittarius time 9, that's the divine moment. It's the moment to have this, look at our own angers, look at our own sacred rages, make transformations, change things. This is a divine moment, 8th of December, to begin the transformations of anger, fear, those moments when we are triggered. It's time to work to change them. Oh, it's a big spin round and I'm not taking that many cards. Mars. Calcination. Like being covered in some kind of like soot. It's almost like a phoenix energy coming on the 8th. It's like we're all preparing ourselves for this moment when Pluto steps into Aquarius for the first time in 248 years. On the 23rd of the 3rd, 2023, again, we're being brought into this energy of distorted love. I've been thinking of this card for so long, of being about love and a lover, but there's a distortion, there's a mistruth, there's something wonky about this love. And we're being told again, it's coming up as a thing, transform that frequency. Mars. Eris, the apple of discourse. She's not invited to the wedding, so she throws an apple in. And that's the beginning of the Trojan War. Oh, it's a lot. So, this Knight of Coins, bringing again this energy into the real world, bringing reality along. There's something here about a kind of a discussion. This is a lot of swords energy. 7 and 9 of swords. This is about a discussion with yourself about, this card often represents celibacy, but what it's really talking about is how you can get caught in a decrepitude that doesn't allow you to feel, I don't want to say the energy of youth, but a youthfulness. And actually, it's time to work out, to exit that kind of frequency. This is what's coming. It's almost like, so I'm being told, feel the rage, feel that energy, but work out how to work with it rather than being triggered by it. You've got to bring those two energies together. And then we have the 4 of batons and the 5 of batons, a divine moment of passion. You know, all these couples coming together, all of this energy of, and this is the energy of kind of golden light coming down. It feels very much like an Eris frequency, the golden apple of discourse, becoming something absolutely sweet and juicy that's worth a good chomp on. So, that's Mars. So, it's Eve's birthday, everyone. And these are all the things that Eve and you can see in the coming year. I would say until September the 4th, but the last one's actually the 12th and the 13th of August. Yeah, I think Mars can have a real sense of anger, but you know, when your sister's there and she's much slower, she takes about 558 years to get round. We're all of us, Eris in Aries. And it's interesting that she's in Aries because obviously that's where Mars rules. Well, that's Scorpio. So we're now moving on to the next one, which is December the 13th to the 14th. So that's just after the 8th. Mars has gone into opposition with the Sun, and now we're moving to the Geminids shower. There's 100 of these an hour. The only problem is this year, there is a bit of a full moon, and so it will make it less visible. So there'll be about 30 to 40 an hour. But, you know, that's some good meteor watching. So Geminids coming out of Gemini. Oh, looky. Personal Yggdrasil tree. Ask. So this is a moment after we've dealt with our anger, worked out how to keep a grip on things. Oh, I keep these in my phone. So this is 145 now, but that still makes a 10, interestingly. So we're going in pockets of 10, renewals, completions and new beginnings. So let's find Ashk. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Can't find it. I can't find my personal Yggdrasil tree. Here we go. So this is Esk. So hide and seek, dare you peek at all you are rather than the fragment you virtuously wave at the world. We all have a personal Yggdrasil, carved with scars, pitted, knotted and gnarled. Loki slumbers in all branches. To wake him is to break and tumble from our hidden lives. Loki will push. Loki will flush all your shadows. Are you cool and tough? Fool enough to trust his path? So this is a challenge. I think what's coming now is the challenge as we move out of this energy of 2022 towards 2023, when we will find Pluto. I think that's true, Eve. I think flannel pajamas are forbidden. So Loki's here, have no fear. He will mess you. But this is, you know, with no challenge, what do we learn in life? We need challenges. That's this energy again that Eve's been connecting to, that's to do with the polka dots inside the shadows of light and the shadows of dark in the light. It's all a kind of woven, beaded tapestry. So, there's one down here. What have we got? Oh, Make. So Make is one of the asteroids. This is about cosmic egg hunting. Oh, the little beads, they're little cosmic eggs. So wherever you are, standing alone, this is the moment. You've got to wake Loki. You've got to stand alone and wake this frequency that slightly puts you on edge, because there's a little bit of danger out there in it. So there's a challenge in Make, which is about retrieving your cosmic egg. There's a cosmic egg for everyone. There's many cosmic eggs for everyone, but you've got to look in the shadows to identify them and bring them forwards. Oh, and there it is. Inside the cosmic egg Oh, 377 is the Philosopher's Stone. So that's the ability to transform everything, but you can't do it if you can't face the trickster. So this is the prima materia, all the elements to be alchemized. It's a philosophical matter, but it's also called the sea womb. And that's interesting because the Rapa Nui, who Makemake is the chief god, this cosmic egg hunting that they go on, they dive down, they swim across the sea to a small island where the birds lay their eggs, and then they have to bring an egg back without breaking it, swim back, climb a cliff, and then whoever wins, whoever gets back, they're chosen to become a kind of channel for a year. So they sit and they meditate, they don't have to go out and do any more hunting or cooking or any of the other things needed for the community's survival, but they become the writer of channeled messages, new thoughts, new ideas, new philosophies, and you stand alone. You know, we've got to all learn to stand alone. We can't hold each other's hands to make this journey. We can hold each other's hands to support each other through the journey, but only we know the pathway through our own journeys. And that's really, really important. It's a personal Yggdrasil tree. There is a collective one, but we're all a single leaf on that collective energy. I've not had dreams of dolphins, but I have had a dream where I was skip flying over the earth, over the sea. And every time I came down, I touched the sea and floated off again. It's very lovely. Sulfur, cardinal modality, new thinking. When you move through this energy, this frequency of the cosmic egg hunting, inside your cosmic egg is this triangle, this cardinal thought process. It's a renewal, it's a new season, and it will be a really big new season as Pluto moves into Aquarius. Let's just have those two because they turn. Again, look, we're in Sagittarius season. It's going to be a really important Sagittarius season, and we have Sappho. So this is sensual wordsmithery, an expression. This is somehow about writing love poetry to yourself. This is about a vocal aphrodisiac to transform something about your frequency. I almost want to say it's like you whisper the code word that cracks your egg open, and within the egg, there's a kind of key that is you renewed and you before. And it's about learning to separate and dissipate and remove one of those mirrors. It's like I'm being told, change your personal Yggdrasil tree. So if you are connected to an ash tree, it's time to birth from your cosmic egg a new tree to make your personal Yggdrasil tree. And it won't be for the rest of your life. It will be just the next part of this journey with your own Yggdrasil. So let's have that French deck. I'm trusting you're all having a lovely time at Eve's party. Yes, absolutely, it's a brand new chapter, but it needs a new tree. It needs everything to be renewed, and it seems that's the message of this astronomical events calendar. So I'm being told cause and effect. You know, everything we've gone through is a cause to make an effect for us to action that serration, that mellowing out, that gently removing, unpicking the old us. I'm being told there's an energy in the soul that needs to be reconnected with. And the energy seems to be our emotionally stable, powerful, strong frequency. I've got 33, 77, 44 here. I've got double master numbers. This is a really important date. 13th to the 14th of December. And, you know, Sagittarius, this is about personal philosophies. It's like coming back to your emotional sovereignty, returning to your emotional sovereignty. Just gonna rifle them. And on the bottom, Ace of Swords, find your truth. Reem's really in my head at the moment, just then. I know she is Sagittarius. She hasn't turned up, has she? And I've not noticed. So, what do we end with? Look, it's the Wheel of Fortune. And it's giving a very simple message. Do you want to stay blind to your fortune? Do you want to remain inactive? Or do you want to open your eyes, wake up in this year, and move yourself forwards by actioning philosophical and ego change, personality change on your life? Whatever you define yourself as, you know, whether you're a shy one, whether you're a chatty one, whatever energy you define yourself with, change it. Find the thing that you most think of, change it. Build yourself into something new to move forwards into this new energy. Because look, we haven't had, for 248 years, we haven't had Pluto in Aquarius on the bottom of the deck. It just hasn't been there. This is an opportunity. Seize the opportunity. Carpe diem. So, next. Oh, look, I think I've numbered these wrong. I missed one out. There's 10, not 9. So, no, hang on. Let me just check this. 2023, yeah. 2023, apart from Pluto, which we'll come to at the very end. No, let's do it now. Let's just do Pluto now. We're there. Pluto on the 23rd of the 3rd, 2023, will enter Aquarius. And that will be its first toe in the door. And then it jumps back out. And then it puts the foot back in again. And then it jumps back out. And then 2 feet in. And that's when everything will move. Each time you want to seize this Pluto in Aquarius energy. So, we're going back to it being all about Eve. And it is the sacral again. So, I'm not going to read the poem again. We know what it's about. You can rewind if you didn't watch the beginning. But this is about a self-review. This is about the seat of the soul being replenished. So, I feel like I need to ring the bell for this moment. I was being shown decay. I was being shown how funguses grow all over things and consume them. And that's what we are doing. This is an age that is being consumed because you can make a new age, you can create something new, allow decay so that you have room. You know, a bowl of fruit, you can let the whole thing dissolve, and then you can wash it out from all the fungus and all the blue molds and green molds, and you can refill it. You can build a new you, but it starts in the seat of your soul. So Pluto, building a new you from the seat of your soul. Let's see what Pluto wants to say. I'm going to put Pluto randomly back in the deck. So, Pluto in Aquarius, 0 degrees. Pluto in Aquarius, we have one card. Oh, it's the Monas Hieroglyphica, signature. So this is sacred geometry. This is secret wisdom. This is the unity of the cosmos, science as magic, and the creation of unity. This is big, transformative energy. Signing yourself anew, finding your new frequency, starts 23rd of the 3rd, 2023. Oh, Moonwolf, happy birthday! So, 2 cards jumping forwards. Arsenic, health. This is an opportunity for new health. We have Moon in Capricorn. That's interesting. I'm being shown how our emotions have been poisoned while we've had Pluto in Capricorn, and it's time to digest them. There's the Leo frequency. So this is the Swan transformation. This is the energy of the King of Poisons. Again, it's that cleaning out of the fruit bowl energy. Microdosing. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So this is about a cleaner bill of health, but you have to action it. You have to look at your core inner values, and you have to look at your own, I want to say health security. I want to say, what are the measures that you're going to take in the future to bring your truth? There's something 662, which is 14, which is a divine opportunity. A divine opportunity to grasp, comprehend, to shift. It's a real, there's a massive frequency of transformation coming as an opportunity to write yourself a new soul signature. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. It really is. Let's get some golden renaissance on, because it feels like it's almost the Renaissance the last time it was there. Oh, and look, we have perfection, the world. There's something about the collective reaching new heights. You know, when Pluto's in Capricorn, it's a very difficult, authoritarian, troubled frequency, but it's shifting. Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius. So, the star. This is like there's been a tower moment, an ongoing tower moment, and the tower moments keep getting bigger, and we keep knocking down the towers, and someone else keeps trying to build the tower back up and putting scaffolding up, and every time there's yet another stripping back. This is the moment when everything begins to strip right back so that we can move on. I'm being told 7117. 7117, the transformation, the removal, having all swallowed the poison, and it's being a kind of metalloid energy to a crystal, to clarity, to a new frequency coming through. And there's something of the birth of Venus with Pluto. Again, that energy is there. He's swallowed the pill. So you've got to almost unswallow the pill. There's this energy that's coming with Pluto where we will almost vomit up the pill. It's poisoned us, and it's an awakening. We're moving back towards an apprenticeship appreciation of global society. 23rd of the 3rd, 2023. I was going to put them back because they didn't jump out properly, but they were like, you got to keep them. So, again, we've returned to this frequency, a new air frequency, the ending of the beast frequency, the ending of the kind of triggered energy, and we have the lovers. We have that frequency of being elevated, new streams of air, new streams of spiritual understanding, are closer to our soul and are closer to the collective is what I'm feeling here. So that's Pluto in Aquarius, 0 degrees, 23rd of the 3rd, 2023. So, let's go back in this deck. How you all doing? So, what do we have next? So, we have on April the 20th, we have a total solar eclipse. It's the Ring of Fire eclipse. Solar eclipse, 20th of April, and it'll be over kind of Indonesia and that kind of area and Australia. Okay, so let's get a rune for this total solar eclipse. Big event. Not taking that. There we go. It's a divine spark. It's a new firing, because now we're moving into the energy where Pluto has moved into Aquarius. It's bringing a new divine spark. That's really interesting. Oh, I keep losing my phone. It's 207, which is a divine 9. So that is the divine spark. So let's look up Kane. Depends how you want to say the vowels. There's no correct way, because we don't know how they spoke many hundreds of years ago. Where are you, Ken? There it is. So here is Ken, torch, divine spark, and the poem. Enrobed in darkness, suspended in time's stationary, stopped shield, stayed, paused, but dripping with anticipation. In the doomed gloom, there is just the gleaming glow of a flame billowing, waiting to fire up, to spark and ignite, bellow the light that aches into all the corners to illuminate. It's a new age. It really is a new age. And if you think about the fact that last year we had that big stellium in Aquarius, and now Pluto is arriving to join that stellium tear to begin to sort of emanate that new energy that's been in a lot of other places. The only one who's not getting involved in it is Chiron and Neptune. Neptune gets there just as their epoch ends. But we won't be there unless some strange technology arrives that keeps us all alive for too long. So, this is this solar eclipse. Oh, I'm losing track of the decks, people. So, total solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse. I just saw Eris, and I was like, I don't need Eris again, but I'm being told Eris has got some kind of play because this is taking place in Aries. Psyche, the soul's home. This is where the deification of ourselves is in our human soul. This is the energy that's bringing something new. And this is a frequency that will be resonating for about 5 years. So this is blossoming self-love, breath, and allowing love. We need all of us to allow love to bloom, to blossom. Again, this is another 6 and 3. It's another of the energy of breaking free from an old Tesla trap that's probably blighted most of our lives, for all of our lives. Moon in Virgo, life trimming. This is about moving into trusting the flow, redefining our circumstances. Again, I'm being given the idea that there's so much to digest. As we move through 2023, as we move past the 23rd of the 3rd, this is now the 20th of April, there's so much new stuff to digest. There's so much new kind of things being purified through our renal glands. Earth filter. This is Earth, the universal seed. We're anchoring dreams. We're sorting through life. We're creating worthy friendships. We're going on a sacred earth walk. We have the key to a new life experience. Everything changes. Everything can transform now because the grander cosmic scheme is working with us. So, anything else on this? Divine spark, it's like the sun vanishes and then something new arises. A new energy in the world, a new seed, a new space, universal seed. This is the moment that things start to change and transform globally. It's a really big energy. And we're returning to similar messages. We've had this card before. This energy of working to recraft, to recreate, to rebuild, to take, I want to say, our old crown consciousness and transform it into something new. I think at the moment there's a lot of blockages on the crown. There's a real tussle with Gaia, Uranus being in Taurus. And it's kind of creating an inability to somehow connect with our usual sharpness. It's like being dulled an old crown. And then we have the Knave of Cups. And this is Paris. This is moving into that energy. There's something of a funeral. Again, I'm getting that energy of Eris, that sacred rage, moving past that, this new frequency of bringing, I want to say stable. Yeah, all of the biggies are. So from Uranus backwards, you've got Jupiter and you've got Neptune and Saturn. They're all, and Pluto, they're all retrograding at the moment. And on the 10th of September, Mercury will as well. So this came out upside down. I'm not reading it upside down, but the message was to say, don't hang on to rigidity. You must be fluid here. Trust the flow, the moon in Virgo. That mutable energy in the earth. Make every part of the earth mutable for you. Transform the way you look at the earth. Filter out the shit that you don't need. That's the energy of this solar eclipse. See the light of the world in a new light. Make a transformation. Don't just let it be a day that passes you by. This is all about building anew. We've got Pluto finally in Aquarius, and I can't stress this enough. It's a really major beginning of transformation. And yet it will take 2 years for Pluto to finally take both feet out of Capricorn, but it's coming. And that's the important part. It begins with a step. And Pluto takes that step in March next year. Wassail, Rob! Rob, it's Eve's birthday. So, where are we going next? I have to find. So we've done that one. So we're now moving on to Venus going into a conjunction on... that's come around the wrong way. I've done this in the wrong order on March the 1st. Why did I put that? Oh, no, May I think it's meant to be. Oh, you're going to have to check that. I feel like I've written the wrong thing. Because I wrote them in order, but I've written March 1st, but it must be May the 1st. I would have noticed if it was May the 1st. We need to find out, people. So, I feel like I've gone somehow out of order. This morning when I was doing this, I was very aware that the internet was telling me fibs. It was hiding information that I knew to be true, and I was like, that's so strange. I don't know, Eve. I feel like I've gone slightly out of an alignment somehow, but it is March the 1st, so we just have to do it out of order. But when I was looking today, I was reading websites and they were saying that Pluto steps into Aquarius just twice, and I'm like, it's 3 times. I know it's 3 times. I've known that for so long because I've been anticipating it. So I had to go through an ephemeris to check, and I was right. But I feel like this is now doing a very similar thing. There's a kind of a distortion energy. I keep getting that when I'm out and about at the moment, where things are there one moment. It's a bit like when I was in Mexico, in San Cristobal de las Casas. Anyway, Venus will go conjunct with Jupiter on the 1st of March. So we're just going to do a little step backwards and see what that has to say. Sorry, people. But I like Venus and Jupiter conjunctions. They're always feel very powerfully loved up. More love, less fear. There we go. We have a card. Oh, Flursa. You can't get something so more profoundly 13 frequency and Venus. So let's go to Flursa. So Flursa. Where are you? Here we go, people, Flursa. So here is the rune card of Flursa. And he is the poem for Flursa. So it's flow or first blood. A rite of passage into fertility, fluidity, and creative potential. Shifting in a divine moment, synchronizing blood to the cosmic cycles, stepping towards the moon magic of life, womb flow from the sacral seat, the bloodlines through time that give form to life, to be in tune and lose count of the structures that hinder that mystical progress, to accept and not question, to release resistance and be 13 moons frequency. So this is obviously the precursor energy connecting with the moon to bring us to that moment before Pluto enters Aquarius. So it's a really important frequency. Venus conjunct Jupiter, 1st of March. Oh, wrong deck. So let's see what's a-coming. Oh, they didn't want to go together at all. So, ooh, look, it's that filter again. Filter the illusions. There's something about the retrograding as well. Removal, penetration, lucidity, sorting, filtering what you need and what you don't need just prior to this big transformation of Pluto going in. And then we have Neptune. This is about filtering down the ancestral energies. Filtering down the blockages that you feel are in your life that actually come from your DNA and are pulled towards you. This is about, there's something sacred about the flow of your blood transforming. To rebel, something about spring cleaning of the blood. Ancestral blood echoes, they have to be filtered, they have to be changed. We don't need these old ancestral frequencies as we move into this Pluto in Aquarius energy. Remember, Pluto will go back out in June and it will return to the Pluto return 27 degrees frequency of the USA Pluto return, but it will then step forwards. And it is important more when Pluto's at 27 degrees retrograding than it is when it's going forwards, because it was retrograding at the point when the declaration was signed. But this is about like our own personal declarations that may have been building since that time. So let's get some tarot. Because actually we do need to rot a lot of things. This is about filtering dreams, taking back ownership of dreams rather than, so they're showing me again that energy of how we have ancestral gateways into the dream realms and how it's something that we need to take back. So we have the Seven of Swords, and we've had that earlier. There's something about being a stranger to your own dreams and having to refine them, exiting the dreams of the ancestors, creating, witnessing, filtering their dreams away at this point, with this expansion of love that's coming upon it. So yeah, we have le jugement and la justice. So this is about bringing that balance. There's something about, the first of the third is 13. Being drawn towards the magic of that energy, 13 moons frequency. There's something about the numerology of the first of the third that makes a big difference. I keep meeting a lot of people who have that as their birthday. So making balanced judgments, but not on others, on your own ancestral dreams. Making balanced judgments. You can't blame the ancestor echoes for anything in your life. You just have to accept that you came down here to unpick it, to unweave it, to transform it, to bring balance to the DNA. Any last message on that Venus conjunct? It's a tower moment, and we've been seeing that building when we had the star earlier. It's just another of the moments that are coming to bring down the old walls. We have to move, we have to transform, we have to recreate to enter this new energy. It's a big transformation that's coming. So that's that one. The next one is on May the 17th. So we're back in line now. May the 17th. Jupiter will conjunct with the moon. And it will actually look from some places in the planet that it's hidden behind the moon. So, the moon will pass on the 17th of May in front of Jupiter and then move on, and Jupiter will come out from behind. So there's something about a transformation energy there that gets repeated on the 14th of June and August the 8th. Okay, so let's have a rune for the moon and Jupiter in conjunction. 17th of May, there it is. It's a new beginning. It's a zero conjunction. It's a Ginunga gap. There is limitless potential in this moment, an expanded potential. Really big energy. We're getting there, people. Been on a long time. I never intend for things to be this long. I'm like, I'll do a short one. That doesn't happen. So where is my lovely Ginunga gap? Where are you, Ginunga gap? So here is the void and the seed in the rune deck. Happy birthday, Eve. So before all, the veiled void strains its velvet fanfare of silence, breathing. Shimmering, glimmering dust emerges, swarming and forming, fated to become something new. Life must be. The physical screams to exist. Potential without, from within all and everything. What a great moment. 17th of May. Big, big energetic transformations. So, I might have to have another sip of water. He said there's a load of cards spilled out. So, what do we have? Ceres, Characlo, and Trine. And then I have one over here, which is Spirit, but that's separate. So, this seed moment, this is the returning to the you energy, the seat of the soul, self-love, emotional truth, luminous mortal. This is sowing new seeds for a new harvest, gracefully enforcing your personal boundaries so that you can be more natural and at ease with the energy of the world all around you. There's something about new formulae. For some, there is an energy of having felt like you're going through such physical change that you're kind of being awakened through some kind of sickness or illness. But there's an energy of you delving deep within that into a kind of new shamanic law, bringing new spirit medicine. Oh, spirit. This is another 13. Inspired, liberation of soul from material obsessions. And this is house 12. This is bringing about an ending to perform a new beginning. 12 moving to 13, to have an inspired moment to reach in and pull new potential to grow into something new. It's a very auspicious energy, when the moon passes in front of Jupiter. And that's the 17th of May, the 14th of June, and the 8th of August. So let's just get a couple of tarot on that. Here's a couple. The 8 of Batons and the norms. I'm being shown like ambrosia, honey, sweetness of life. When you move, it's almost like there's a fear of plunging your hand into the unknown Gununga gap because you worry of being stung. And yet there's something here about how this has all been woven. You know, your new Yggdrasil tree that we talked about earlier with card 26, ask. Changing your tree, growing something new. There's something wonderful. The harvest is done, but there's room for so much potential, so much liberation from the soul. 6 of coins, flow into the healing. Flow, step up into the healing. This journey is a series of steps. You have to take them. You have to move yourself into this healing frequency next year. There's something very emotionally clearing. Taking all the dark emotions as leaves and allowing an autumn to take the leaves off, to blow them down, and allow those leaves as the rains fall to push the nutrients down into the roots for a new life. And again, we're getting 3 and 6. We're getting that energy of moving past. And we got 17, sacral healing. This is really beautiful stuff. And that's on the 17th. 17, 17, 17. And we got 8, 8. Yeah, this is a very healing. There's so much healing coming. It's beautiful, beautiful energy, people. It's strange because the last few days I've been sitting with the cards asking questions and I'm like, all you keep seeing is all the doom and gloom that everyone wants you to see. And it doesn't register with me. And it was coming out in the cards, I was just like, no, I'm not going down that frequency. And now I'm doing a reading with you, all of those truths, all of those optimistic, beautiful frequencies are revealing themselves. But I think we're all facing personal demons. We're all facing challenges and trials. And yet, the cosmos is saying there's another pathway through this, and you can do it. So, on May the 23rd, Venus, Mars, and the Moon will form a beautiful triangle, and they will repeat it on the 21st of June, which is the solstice. So let's get a rune. So that's May the 23rd, Venus, Mars, and the Moon will form a triangle that you can see. And that repeats on the solstice. Oh, it's got on the floor. See if we can find it. I can't reach it. Brom, the butcher's broom to scrub. Venus, Mars, and the Moon. What am I getting from that with Brom? It's kind of like cleaning up old wounds, old emotional wounds, old emotional love wounds can be cleaned on this period between 23rd of May to the 21st of June. If you've got some heavy emotional love wounds, this is the time to work on them. So we want Brom. Hang on, go back. Brom, 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 brom. So this is knee holly. Where are you, Brom? Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? There we go, Brom. It's 52. I kind of want to say this whole process is a year, 52 weeks. Happy birthday, Eve and Moonwolf. So, Brom. Keep hearing the Pink Panther theme throughout this. I don't know why. Has someone been playing it or something on a flute? Yeah, it's come in about 3 times. I ignored it the first 2 times. So stocky, tough, green, spiky leaves. Knee holly is the besom broom beloved of butchers. Scarlet berries, large as cherries, speak of the scrubbing back of blooded stains. Troubles travelling from the astral to stalk the living world must be scoured away. The harsh sweeping up that begins in dreams must be tackled in life by fully removing its stains. Brush with the prickly bush every corner of every trauma to rid yourself of those wounding remembrances. Scrub up. That's the energy here, people. Yes, all pink diamonds waiting to reveal. So, Cosmos, what do you want to tell us? What do we have? The Moon and Phallus. So the intuition to see past the law of unintended consequences. This is like I'm being shown a veil being whipped off. It's time now to see radical shifts, to actually witness those things that you've allowed to be the kind of gloom of the unintended consequences of painful love, the emotions, the hidden soul being revealed, the softly instructual, the kind of, I want to say like a sensual sophistication returning to every cell of the body, magical awakenings. There's a real energy of, you can't see this. Badum, 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 badum. You can't see this until this point. And it's like a build-up to the solstice. So let's just get these. Rusted. That's what we are. We're rusted and busted. Possessions. We've calcified. We've got a patina over us of traumatic love. This is having a kind of choked persona. You can't function properly. Salt. Materialize. This is a need to be like a workhorse. Scrub up. Get rid of the rust. Find a way to bring this salt energy, the ability to materialize something brand new, and then from the embers. It's almost like, you know, you can't believe that there's a way to reignite your passions. And that's what's coming. This sort of being paused for this period between the 23rd of May until the 21st, this energy of this triangle. There's kind of love, there's anger, there's emotional frustration, and you've got to polish it all up. You've got to scrub off the wounds. You've got to look at those moments where you feel the cosmos came in with Phallus and delivered you something so painful you could never get back up from it, but you can. This is the moment to do that, to rise from the embers. This is that phoenix frequency. Push off the rust and find the steel behind. So let's have this deck. We're nearly there, people, on Eve's solar return that we're all going through, because we can all do these. We're just thankful for Eve for pointing out the point in time when it begins. Yeah, it is an earworm. I'm sorry about that. I'm just curious about that one that was spinning round. Spinning round and trapped. Heartache. The Three of Swords. No more. No more. So what do we begin with? We begin with Seven of Swords. So it's time to talk this through. It's time to bring this energy to an end. So we have the Ten of Swords. You've got to talk yourself round. You've got to re-philosophize. That's what this whole journey has been about, rewriting your story. And then we have the route forwards, the journey forwards. There's a lot of sword energy here. 16. This healing process, but you've got to be willing to journey forwards. You've got to be the one that's willing to scrape the rust off. You know, you're being given all this hardware, this metalware to scrape away, remove things. But you gotta have a word with yourself. You've got to understand what it is you want to achieve by cleaning up in this period. This triangle is your chance to reunite yourself with pains of the past so that you can obliterate them and move forwards. So, let's put those back in there. Let's put these ones back in here. Let's put the rune back in the rune deck. And let's find what we've got next. Next, we have, on July the 19th, we have that shift of the nodes. So next year, July the 19th to January the 11th, 2024, the nodes will shift to Aries and Libra, and they will have a big impact because that's bringing us into that energy of Mars. It's bringing us into that energy of partnerships with Libra. So let's see where we're going. Here we go, Wonder Warriors. Wonder Warriors. So, all the world is waiting for you and the magic you possess. So look, a restart. What could be more perfect for the nodes shifting? It's a restart. It's a limitless potential of something new. Moving on. I won't read it again because you've heard it, but it's about a new physical life screaming itself into existence. So let's get some information. North node will be in Aries, South node will be... So it's almost like the South node is talking about the destiny of previous partnerships and how you need to move that forwards to embrace some kind of new, brand new, void-seeded energy. So we have water, emotional energy, emotional truths, nurturing, a new river being formed between the Libra and Aries nodal existence, I want to say. And then we have the moon in Capricorn. This is about inner values. This is about changing things. This is about building a kind of safety and a security, a wisdom around partnerships. And I don't just mean love, I mean all kinds of partnerships will begin to transform. What else would you like to say about the nodes? So we have the Earth again, and this is the universal seed. Did that come out with the seed before? This is a grid anchor. These are new song lines. This is a brand new frequency of walking the Earth with some kind of new transformative energy. And then we have Moon in Taurus, sensual nights. This is about new romance. This is that energy. You know, it's kind of like never getting out of bed energy. I wanted to say never getting up off the sofa, but they were like, no, it's the bed. You're in the bed. So let's have a look at what see what this deck wants to say about the nodal shift. And then we got one more. So this nodal shift, the renewal of emotions, sacred songlines, involving an understanding of partnerships and renewal. That's too many cards. It's a healing of what is what is dead, what is past, what is no longer needed. Four of Swords. This transformation of the nodes will bring a healing with the Queen of Swords, Pallas Athena. There's something about being more fully formed in the next nodal cycle. Cutting away, enthroning yourself in the newness. And then there's something about this card about calling time again. That energy is coming back on a kind of Five of Coins deceptive love. There's something transforming about love here. And then we have movement. We have the Chariot. We have that energy of House 7, partnerships. That's what we're getting. We're getting that frequency of being able to move into a new understanding. If you're in a stable relationship, it just means you'll have new understandings in them. And 3 of batons. Holding a new world opportunity in your vision. Being able to transform energies forwards is what is coming here. So, that'd be nice. Hurry up. Nodes, not until July next year. We're still in the Scorpio Taurus ones. So let's pop these back, and we're on the last one. We're nearly done with the Eve's birthday marathon. I think Eve's gone out. She needed some pizza and wine. It's really weird. Someone left a bottle of wine here, which obviously I don't drink, in the fridge. It's not very cold because the fridge is not very cold, but I am thinking, pizza, well, bread. I'm always thinking about bread. So the last one we have, 12th and the 13th of August, is the Perseids. The meteor shower, and it will be really visible in August next year because it will be a waning crescent moon. So you'll be able to really see a lot of them bursting across the sky. Cool. Well, I'm going to finish quick because I feel your thirst and your hunger. So, as we end Eve's solar return, can't have those. There's like 7 of them. So can we have one last rune for the Perseids? The energies that they will be bringing towards us. Oh, we're back on Flursa again. So you've heard the poem. It's 13 frequency, 12th, 13th of August. That flow of being, I want to say, connected to something brand new, something cleansing, something inspirational. So let's get a little bit of the Alchemy of Astrology on this. We're back at the embers. It's like there's a constant test where we're not believing in the opportunities around us. And the meteors are going to glitter in and they're bringing that energy, the trine energy, an opposition energy. It's really interesting. It's trying to say there's choices. By the time we get to the 13th of August, it's a choice. Do you want to stay opposed to your own destiny, your own future, your own opportunities, or do you want to bring things into a trine energy? So, do you want to be 180 or 120? So, it's about, there's something in this one that's about the difference of opinion, the transformation, moving yourself to your opposition, linking into that notion that we're now in a new lunar node frequency, and it's giving you the opportunity to shift to something that's much more at ease. And spirit, again, this is a moment of spiritual, and that's 13. 6776. 1313 frequency, bringing yourself into something new. I notice there's a series of cards up the wrong way in there, and I don't want, oh, I see now why it's doing it. I don't know how they got up the other way. So the end of this message, Capricorn, this opposition, this energy, do you wish to to bring fermentation into your life, to grow something new, to bubble with new energetic gases? Or do you want to putrefy? Do you want to keep metabolizing wasteful frequencies? Or do you want to bring yourself into the alchemy of the Mary the Jewess frequency as we end? And that is the final card in the deck. Mary the Jewess, true alchemy, is on option, is available this year. It's all encompassing. This is the cosmic womb reaching out to transform you. It's a divine moment of taking all the tiny fragments of your soul and making them into a single star, a single light, the creatrix of the Philosopher's Stone. And the Philosopher's Stone was a cosmic egg, which came up earlier. So there is this real journey that this coming solar year, marked today by Eve's birthday, but it's bringing us so much amazing opportunity. There was not any darkness in that. There's shadows to look at, sure. There's traumas that we have to get through. But truly, all of those moments were bringing such opportunity. I didn't do a tarot at the end. Put all those cards back. Just going to bring the Perseids. The Perseids. The Perseids. So it begins with the energy of emotions lost at sea. And that's the beginning of the year as we move through this. The second card is the Ten of Cups. So from the Eight of Cups to the Ten of Cups, with Justice, another 8 either side. Bringing emotional balance is the journey of the coming year. Bringing emotional balance. Again, we're going back to the energy that we had very early on with Eve's personal reading at the very beginning, that was just talking about your spirit team being given new contracts for you to work on. And then the Three of Coins. So again, we're just ending with a 10 when you add them together, but this is a new fanfare, trumpeting a new tune, moving into a new world with a kind of more emotionally stable spiritual philosophy over the coming 11-12 months. So I'm happy with that, Eve. Thank you, very glad. So, beautiful people. I was going to do a bit of sound healing, but I'll be honest, I can't now. I'll do that another day. Let's pull this nearer to me so that we can see. Yeah, it's a great forecast for you, Eve. Into the wild blue yonder. It's a pleasure, Kathy. I know, I'm so sorry. There was too much information. No, I didn't give a deck update. It's all in its own time coming together. At the moment, it's about learning what prints, colours at print, and how everything fits together. Happy birthday, Eve. It's a pleasure. I really enjoy it. It was just so much fun to be able to do everything all about Eve. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, Eve. Get some wine, get some pizza, and move into chilling, relaxing, beautiful energy. We all love you, Eve. And Eve's channel, if you don't know, it's in the description box. Yeah, go click and subscribe on her channel, because we all love Eve. And I'm looking forward, Eve, to those dark cards. Oh, Wassail Matthew, shine. Matthew might have a song for you, Eve. Or maybe it's just shine. Because I got shine from him yesterday. Oh, we're allowed to call you Matty, Matthew. Happy birthday, Eve. I'm making it wobble so much, I'm going to take my hands off the table. Yeah, absolutely. Matthew would do a brilliant soundtrack. It might actually just be all songs. Now you've called him Matt, you've even taken the Y away. I'm confused. Yeah, we're waiting for a song, Matt. It's a very strange light energy there. It keeps moving like smoke when your comments are coming up. Come on, Matthew, we want a song. Oh, it's just not showing me things. It's coming. I feel a song coming on. Yeah, no pressure, Matthew. He's scrolling through his iTunes now. Give us a random one. Venus in furs. That's beautiful. You know what they say about Venus in furs? Fur coat, no knickers. Is that you, Eve? Well, listen, Eve, have a beautiful birthday. You've now got a soundtrack for the rest of your day. Venus in furs. Yeah, he is a music man, sir. So have a beautiful 4th of September, everybody. And just remember to do all the things that we've just talked about. Okay, Moonwolf, happy birthday too. It's Moonwolf's birthday as well. So happy birthday. Happy birthday. Just waiting for a few more people to say happy birthday, Moonwolf. Happy birthday, Moonwolf. Happy birthday, Moonwolf. Happy birthday, Moonwolf. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Yay, 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 yay. Happy birthday to all Virgos. Thank you, Catherine. Happy birthday, Eve and Moonwalk. And Moonwolf too from Rob. We're in there. Happy birthday, people. It's a pleasure, Moonwolf. We're glad you came along for your birthday. Yeah, Kathy's is coming up on the 21st. The only film I can think of for that is Kathy Come Home. Yeah, hurry up and do Libra though, Eve. Don't enjoy your birthday. Do me a It's a pleasure. Thank you. So you see me. Yes, for Eve's and yours. Ciao, loves. Oh, what's our sacred tea? I didn't notice. Yeah, and then it's my birthday on the 1st of the 10th, everybody. Just in case you didn't know, it's just a month away. And I'm going to be in Cusco, or the Sacred Valley. I want to be somewhere a bit Inca for this birthday, because I'm getting on in age now. So, beautiful people, I'm going to say bye because I'm really hungry, and Eve needs to go to the shop for pizza and wine. Wassail beautiful people.